Sonic X. That show's opening music was the sound of my childhood Saturday mornings. That theme song was like a shot of adrenaline straight to the brain. For a whole generation of us, this wasn't just a Sonic cartoon, it was the Sonic cartoon. It was our first real narrative deep dive into this world outside of the games, introducing us to the epic rivalry with Shadow and the wider universe. Coming back to it now, as an adult with a mortgage and back pain, I have a lot of feelings. Nostalgia is a powerful thing, but it doesn't blind you to a show's weird quirks and, let's be honest, some genuinely baffling character choices. So today, I'm doing it. This isn't some objective by the numbers analysis. This is my personal, from the heart, gut reaction ranking of the major players in Sonic X. I'm going to tell you who I think is an underrated gem, who was just taking up screen time, and who I still believe is the absolute pinnacle of the series. I have a feeling some of my placements are going to be controversial, so get your keyboards ready. Let's get into it.
Number 10, Chris Thorndyke. Kicking off our list, and I know this will surprise absolutely no one, is Chris Thorndyke. Look, the show really tries to make him the emotional core, the audience surrogate who helps Sonic navigate our world. He's a lonely rich kid, and his bond with Sonic is meant to be heartwarming. But let's be honest. For a huge portion of the audience, Chris came off as whiny and incredibly overbearing. He constantly stole the spotlight from beloved game characters, and his actions, especially in the finale of Season 2 where he selfishly tries to stop Sonic from going home, cemented his place as one of the most disliked characters in Sonic history. While he does mature significantly by the time he appears as an adult in the Meta-X saga, for many, the damage was already done. Number 9, Doco and Boko. At number 9 are Eggman's robot lackeys Doco and Boko. I don't dislike them, not at all. They're fun, but for me, they're the definition of forgettable. They have a couple of funny lines, sure, but their whole existence is just to be punching bags for Eggman's frustration. I appreciate a good bumbling henchman gag, but I honestly can't recall a single plot point they drove forward themselves. They're harmless, but to me, they're just background noise. Number 8, Cream the Rabbit and Cheese. Coming in at number 8 is the sweetest duo in the universe, Cream and Cheese. I have nothing bad to say about them. They're pure sunshine. For me, they served as a necessary palate cleanser. When the drama got too heavy or the action too intense, we'd get a scene with Cream being unfailingly polite, and it was just nice. The show would feel colder without them. But I can't in good conscience rank them any higher, simply because they rarely get to do anything. They're a supporting emotional presence, and a wonderful one, but that's about it.
Number 7, Knuckles the Echidna. Landing at number 7 is my man Knuckles, and this one hurts me a little. I love Knuckles in the games, but I feel like Sonic X did him dirty. More often than not, he's just there to be the gullible hothead who gets tricked by Eggman for the 10th time. It gets old. The saving grace for his character, and the reason he's not lower, is every single interaction he has with Rouge. That's when we see the Knuckles I love. Conflicted, stubborn, but with a good heart. That witty banter is top-tier stuff. Number 6, Amy Rose. Swinging into the number 6 spot is Amy Rose. I have such a love-hate relationship with Amy in this show. On one hand, her absolute iron-willed determination is honestly kind of inspiring. She never gives up. But on the other hand, the dial on her Sonic obsession is cranked to 11, and for me, it gets exhausting. It feels like her entire character is just, where's Sonic? That said, she has moments where she proves how strong and capable she is on her own, and for those flashes of brilliance, she earns this spot. Number 5, Tails. Soaring into my top 5 is Tails, and if you'd asked me after the first 2 seasons, he wouldn't be here. He was just the cute, smart sidekick. He was fine. But the Meta-X saga completely changed my perspective. His relationship with Cosmo, man, that story arc gave him a depth I never saw coming. Seeing this sweet little fox have to deal with love, loss, and an impossible choice was genuinely heartbreaking. It's some of the most mature storytelling in the whole series, and it's the reason Tails became one of my absolute favorites. Number 4, Rouge the Bat. At number 4, it's the effortlessly cool Rouge the Bat. I just love characters you can't quite figure out, and Matt is Rouge. You never truly know whose side she's on other than her own. For me, she makes every scene she's in more interesting. Her flirty rivalry with Knuckles is legendary, but it's her surprisingly gentle and complex relationship with Shadow that I find most compelling.
She acts as his conscience, and it shows a whole other side to her. She's smart, she's cunning, and she just elevates every character she interacts with.
Number 3. Dr. Eggman. I'm gonna say it. For me, Dr. Eggman is the secret MVP of Sonic X. He's an absolute delight every time he is on screen, landing him my number 3 spot. The performance by Mike Pollock in the English dub is iconic for a reason. He perfectly captures the two sides of Eggman, the childish, tantrum-throwing man-child, and the genuinely brilliant, sometimes menacing supervillain. He is just so much fun to watch. I found myself looking forward to his schemes as much as I looked forward to Sonic saving the day. Number 2. Sonic the Hedgehog. You can't have a list without the main man. My number 2 is, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog. This was my Sonic growing up. He was the definition of cool. The show perfectly captured his impatient, freedom-loving attitude. But what I really appreciate looking back is his kindness. I'll never forget the episode with the girl in the wheelchair, Helen. It showed that under all that speed and snark, he had a massive heart. He's the perfect hero, the reason the show exists. But there's one character whose personal journey just resonated with me even more. When this character was introduced, the entire tone of the show shifted. It got darker, more serious, and infinitely more compelling. For me, the number 1 spot has to go to the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog. I vividly remember when he first appeared. He wasn't just another rival, he was a genuine threat with a truly tragic backstory. The entire arc adapting Sonic Adventure 2, exploring his memories of Maria and his quest for revenge, was the absolute peak of storytelling for this show. His journey from a cold, hateful antagonist to a hero who sacrifices himself for a world he barely knew, that's incredible character development. He was more than just an edgy version of Sonic. He was a character with real, believable pain. He's the reason Sonic X is more than just a fun cartoon to me. He's the reason it's truly memorable.
And that's the list. From the character I still struggle to get through a scene with, all the way to the one who, for me, defines the absolute peak of storytelling in this franchise. You know, rewatching this show to make this video was a trip. Sonic X is such a fascinating piece of the franchise's history. It's goofy, it's serious, it's heartfelt, it's deeply flawed, and it's genuinely epic, sometimes all in the same episode. And a huge part of what made it stick with us for so long is the incredible voice talent, from Jason Griffith's iconic take on Sonic and Shadow to Mike Pollock absolutely cementing himself as the definitive Dr. Eggman. These performances are burned into my memory. For all its faults, especially a certain main character, the show has so much heart and ambition, and it gave us what I still consider to be the best adaptation of the Sonic Adventure 2 storyline. But that's just how I see it. Now I need to hear from you, because this is what it's all about. Who is your number 1? Who is your absolute rock bottom? Give me your full top 5 in the comments below. Tell me the one placement I made that you think is completely insane. I want to see the arguments, the passionate defenses, all of it. And hey, if you had fun taking this trip down memory lane, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss what's next. We could even tackle the Sonic Boomcast if you'd be into that. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching and for nerding out about this wild blue hedgehog with me. Until next time, stay fast.